This episode, we cover how to get what you want from customer service, using the game theory to buy a car, and travel rewards.
This is the Living Young and Free Show, giving the 25 and under crowd tips, tricks, and hacks to get the most out of your money.
Hi, I'm Cheryl, and welcome to episode 24. First up, we have Sarah Dale, who's going to go over some tips on how you can get what you want from customer service.
Hey Cheryl, I read a great article on wisebread.com the other day that gave 8 simple rules to getting what you want out of customer service phone calls. Now, when I read this article, the first thing that came to mind was an experience that a friend had. I'm sure you all know my good friend Barbie. If you do, you know that she's a real doll. Anyway, onto the story. Barbie had been looking for a new car for quite a while, and she finally found the perfect one. It was a hot pink, all-white, plastic interior dream convertible. She loved it. She was so excited, so she called and she ordered it, and it was supposed to be delivered directly to her house. So on the day that it arrived, she ran outside, even more excited than the day that she and Ken broke up. I think anyone could have seen that coming. Ever since those new Bratz dolls came out, he was always flirting with them. Not cool, Ken. Anyway, that's when she saw it. A bright red, super speed Thunder monster truck. Definitely not what she ordered. She didn't handle it very well at first. So, after a mini freak out, but who can blame her? I mean, she paid an arm and leg for that convertible, literally. She decided to call customer service and get things worked out. Now this is where I have to give Barbie props. She followed all of the 8 rules to a T without even knowing it. Rule number 1 is determine your goal. Rule number 2 is to be polite. Even when they put her on hold for 25 minutes, she still didn't lose her temper. She could have totally turned into a monster, but that wouldn't have helped anything. Rule number 3, don't waste time. Most customer service reps are evaluated on how quickly they can solve their problems. Rule number 4 is state your goal. Barbie didn't waste time telling the rep all of the things that were wrong with the car. She simply told her what she wanted to happen. Rule number 5 is communicate your value. If you've been with the company for a long time, let them know. Let them know you're a loyal customer. Rule number 6 is escalate when necessary. If things get to a standstill or you feel like your request isn't being heard, don't be rude, simply ask to speak to a supervisor. Rule number 7 is to recap. Make sure you talk about the issue, the solution, and the time frame of the issue. This way, if there are any misconceptions, you can get it all figured out before you hang up the phone. Rule number 8 is to document your call as soon as you're done. Just jot down who you spoke to, what time, and what the solution was. And if there wasn't a solution, write that down too. That way you can refer back to it in subsequent calls. Customer service calls can be a little stressful. But remember, if you have a little patience and you know your goal and you follow these 8 simple rules, you will get the solution that you want. Back to you, Cheryl.
Thanks, Sarah Dale. That was some great advice. I know I usually turn into a monster when I have to deal with customer service. Next up, we have Alex, who's going to go over the game theory and how you can use it to buy the car you want at the lowest price possible.
Thanks, Cheryl. Alex Oliver here with Young and Free Tennessee. Today I'm going to show you how to buy a car using the game theory. This is a really interesting way or approach to buying a car, and I'm going to get some insider info from my brother, who was a former car salesman, as well as some actual salespeople from around the East Tennessee area. So first of all, let's get started by defining what the game theory actually is. The game theory is getting the item you want at the price you want, using a competitive bid-style method in which the consumer compares absolute lowest prices among multiple sellers. When using the game theory to purchase a car, you'll want to first decide what kind of car you want. That includes all the accessories, the details, everything. Once you've decided all the specifics on the type of car you would like to buy, call every dealer within a 20-mile radius.
Trying to steal your heart and not your chastity. We could take walks where the park's a battery. So she got a crib by the old.
Yeah, get that at the door right there. Yeah, she's qualified. Hey, this is Daryl. Cheryl Season. Can I help you?
Hey Daryl, I need a price on a 2009 Nissan Cube, fully loaded. All the options, bottom line price. I'm going to buy it at Friday at 5 o'clock. I need your absolute bottom line price with nothing to be added on. What can you do for me?
Tell you what we'll do. At the door, $15,999. Hello, I'm from Nissan. This is Clay speaking. We could do $16,250. $17,849. We're gonna do it at the door at $15,803.
All right, the game theory. I mean, it's a nice theory and all, but I mean, it's just that it is a theory. The best situation for you to do is to actually go into the dealership, with all the amount of paperwork, your Kelley Blue Book information, everything, and make sure you're ready to buy. You have the money and you're ready to buy.
One thing to keep in mind is that the game theory only relates to new cars. So there you have it, Cheryl, the pros and cons of using the game theory to purchase the car of your dreams at the price you want. Reporting for the Living Young and Free show, Alex Oliver with Young and Free Tennessee. Back to you, Cheryl.
Thanks, Alex. Obviously, it pays to do your research. Last up, we have Josh, who's going to cover travel rewards programs and how to tell whether they're worth it.
But meanwhile, back on Earth. Obviously, everyone has seen the commercials for airline rewards, hotel rewards, and all of that junk. But what does it mean? Are they good? Are they evil? But more importantly, are they right for you? NerdWallet.com has brought to us a really cool chart, one that brings about just about everything you would want to know about any sort of reward program, and it sums it up very nicely. Now, to sum it up, this summary of the airline rewards program, I surprisingly found JetBlue Airways to be the winner. The reason being is they don't charge you an annual fee, that means yearly, for simply having the card. JetBlue Airways also does not charge for your first bag. So, to sum it up, JetBlue Airways has no annual fee for their reward card and cheaper rates for luggage. Sounds good to me. Hotel time! Now when it came to the hotels, I looked again for two things. One, how many nights did it take for me to stay there to get a free night? And two, is it going to cost me any money, say like the price of a hotel night, just to get the card? And our winner is La Quinta, or however you say it. Anyway, here's the point. 11 nights gets you a free one, and there is no annual fee to have the card. It's basically a free reward, and free is my favorite word. That and their continental breakfast has the little waffle maker. Back to you, Cheryl!
Thanks, Josh. I was trying to be impressive by doing an entire episode while driving my car, but you had to one-up me and be in a plane. And that's our show. If you have any feedback or ideas for upcoming episodes, feel free to comment below or email me at livingyoungandfree@gmail.com. Join us next time for more great tips, tricks, and hacks on how to make the most of your money.
Young and Free is a credit union movement that gives young people a voice, a head start, and useful information.